In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to set your environment light for a more compelling and dynamic scene. Whether you're working in 3D modeling or rendering, mastering the nuances of environment lighting is key to achieving realistic and engaging visuals. Let's dive right in. First, locate the scene panel in your 3D software interface. Here, you'll want to select Environment. Alternatively, you can access your environment settings through the Environment section within the Properties panel. This step is crucial, as adjusting these settings determines how your environment light interacts with your entire scene. Once in the environment light properties, the first thing you'll do is load your HDRI file. HDRI stands for High Dynamic Range Image, and these files typically come in HDR or .xr formats. You'll find an image slot specifically for this purpose, and dragging or loading your HDRI file into this slot will fill your scene with ambient light that has real-world lighting dynamics captured in it. Next, take note of the intensity setting. By adjusting the intensity, you control how bright or dim the HDRI light appears in your scene. This is pivotal in setting the right mood, whether you want a dramatic nighttime glow or a sun-drenched midday brightness. As you continue, you'll want to experiment with the rotation settings. By rotating the panorama, you can ensure that the brightest part, often referred to as the key light in the mapping, aligns perfectly with the direction you intend for your main light source. This helps in crafting the ideal highlights and shadows on your subject. There's also a colorize option, which is entirely optional but worth considering. This allows you to tint your environment light, introducing a specific color cast that might complement your scene's theme or aesthetic. Now, as we move away from just lighting settings, there's more to adjust under the ground and reflection settings in the environment panel. Have a look at the ground plane. Here you can toggle its visibility. You can also set the reflection opacity and control shadow strength, vital for creating the right reflections for materials like metal or glass. These reflective surfaces naturally interact with the environment light, providing realism and depth. An insightful tip is to manipulate the HDRI's rotation to your advantage. Use it to direct the bright spots of your HDRI where they can best enhance your model's features. For accurate previewing, consider using a reflective sphere or a chrome ball within your scene. Some experts even recommend a mirror ball to observe how your environment map's rotations affect lighting and reflections. Should you find your scene needs that extra touch, feel free to balance with additional lights. Often, HDRIs provide excellent ambient reflections, but inserting a directional light or sunlight can amplify shadows or highlights, giving your scene the dramatic flair it might need. Finally, move on to the preview stage by enabling Render Preview or switching to High Quality mode. Here, you can observe how the lighting setup interacts with your materials. If you notice any materials, particularly metals or glass, aren't reflecting as expected, consider adjusting their roughness. Once content with your scene's atmosphere, proceed to render it through the Render workspace. Rendering helps bring everything together, showcasing your hard-earned lighting adjustments in their full glory. And there you have it, the complete guide to setting your environment light for any scene.